Hey, welcome back to my channel, Duct Tape Mechanic. If you follow my channel, you know I'm constantly building things and taking them apart, which involves a lot of screwing and unscrewing the components. For the past 15 or so years, I've been using this corded drill. It's a DeWalt 21008. I've always enjoyed this, the power it has and the durability. You can kind of tell by looking at it. But, you know, due to a couple of recent instances where I've kind of tripped over this cord, I decided to step it up and get a cordless drill. So I went with the DeWalt Atomic line. This is the DeWalt DCD708. When I went into the store, I saw that this drill alone was 99 bucks, but they had this package going on with the drill and the Atomic Impact Driver for 150 bucks. It also comes with 2 batteries and a charger, so I thought that was pretty good. I've never really owned an impact driver, so I thought I'd give this a review and put it through a couple of different torque tests to see if it could open up the lugs on my car. This is a DCF809 model number, and if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Duct Tape Mechanic, for more tinkering, DIY, and the occasional review videos. I want to start out by briefly covering the specs of the impact driver. It has a max torque of 142 foot-pounds with max RPM of 2,800 rotations per minute, and it can put out 3,200 impacts per minute as a maximum. It has 3 LED lights that light up when the trigger is squeezed and they stay lit for a couple of seconds. And it's all powered by a brushless motor with a 20 volt 1.5 amp hour battery. So this impact driver is rated at 142 foot-pounds. So we're going to be giving this a test to see if it'll open up the lug nuts on my car over here. I won't be torquing these down to 142 because I don't want to break the lug nut, but I will be torquing it up to 130 progressively. So we'll start by setting my torque wrench to 100 foot-pounds and see if we can break that. We'll start off more like, let's just start off by 90. That's probably a little bit more in line with what a regular lug nut should be torqued to. So that's you can see it there, it's set to 90 foot-pounds. Okay, already gotten it loosed. All right, so that's at 90. All right, let's see if we can't break that. Well, this is a fresh battery, so that shouldn't be an issue. There we go. So 90, after a couple of seconds of impacts, it eventually did come off. So let's bump this up to 100 or 110. Let's do that. Changing this to 110 foot-pounds of torque. All right, so at 110. Okay, that's the click of the torque wrench reaching spec, just for good measure. All right, see if we can break the 110 foot-pound of torque. Again, this is rated at 142 max torque, foot-pounds of torque. So this is well below that. Nothing so far. So there we go. So it also did 110 foot-pounds fairly easily. All right, so let's go ahead and bump this up to 130 foot-pounds. That's probably the furthest I'll go, and for me, if it can break 130 foot-pounds of torque, that's pretty good for this size impact driver. All right, so we got this thing lined up at 130 foot-pounds of torque. There we go. Yeah, I won't go any further than this because I don't want to break off the lug. Been there and done that. There we go. So I broke the 130 foot-pounds of torque relatively easily. So that's the furthest I'll go on this lug nut because I'm afraid I'm going to break it. In conclusion, I would say that the Impact Driver is a good buy because I was happy with the performance it did on the lug nuts, but it also does well in more traditional rules, such as driving in 3 or 4 inch screws. So I would say that if you can get this whole package with the Impact Driver and the drill with 2 batteries for 150 bucks, then it's a good buy. But if you're looking to buy this Impact Driver by itself off Amazon Prime, they'll sell it to you for 98 bucks, and you're going to have to buy the battery separately. In which case, you'll be looking at a total cost of 150 bucks just for this setup, and you won't even get the extra battery or the drill. In that case, I would say that it's not a good buy, and you can get more powerful impact drivers for that cost. So it's a mixed bag here.